What's up, guys? Amster Knows Hoops back today with another video. And I first wanted to thank you guys. We have hit 851 subs, I think. The road to 900 is right there. That means the goal to 1K is within reach. So again, don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe. Let's hit 1K, boys. I know we can do it. Still working on interviews for you guys, but today I am back with another episode of the X Factor series, and today is a little bit different because I don't know if this guy's necessarily not talked about, but there's another second-year player in Cam Whitmore, who averaged last year 12, 4 rebounds, and 0.7 assists, or 1 if you really want to get into it. 45 from the field, 36 from 3 on 5 threes a game. The free throws are terrible at 68%. I mean, he only got 2 a game, but even then, just those 68%, kind of crazy. But I know what you guys are probably thinking, but Emster, we know about this guy. Well, I'll say it like this. When you look at a team like the Memphis Grizzlies, a big talking point about them is G.G. Jackson, right? And I think Cam Whitmore in some ways can provide something similar to that, especially off the bench. So there's a couple things I want to get into. And the first thing I want to get into is Cam Whitmore, the passer. Now, he has this idea of a ball hog, and in some ways it's not unwarranted. But I actually think this guy is a capable passer, right? So Landale here is going to set the screen. Right, starts to roll. Whitmore brings the double over, right? This is a great pass. Like, that's a great read. Again, is Cam Whitmore going to be a great passer? No shot. Well, I shouldn't say no shot. As of right now, no, it does not look like that's what he's going to be. But, again, that's a great pass in transition, right? And as long as he, like, I get it, right? Again, he's seen as the ball hog, you know, like when he gets the ball, no one else is going to get it, right? Whitmore gets the ball, spins around, and this is a great pass, right? Jeff Green wide open in the corner, and that's a tough pass. Like, that is just objectively a tough pass to make, right? Gets past his man, sinks him back over, spins. Now, at this point, I believe that's Amir Coffey and Terrence Mann are both committed to helping. Gets the ball out to the corner for Jeff Green. Right? That's a beautiful three. Like, that right there is really good basketball. Again, the whole point of this series, I want to remind you guys, is not me saying that every player I pick on here is going to be an all-star, superstar player, or that, oh, these aspects of his game we're going to see elevate to the highest of levels. This guy is not about to be Luka as a passer. This guy is not about to be some crazy playmaker. But I do think we have to remember, right? He played 47 games this year, right? He started 19 minutes a game. Now, if we're being honest, right? I think, again, some of this is context. And some of this is also just how he is as a player. Like, he is a walking bucket, right? But when you're on a team like the Rockets, right, and you have to remember now, they have a lot of wings, right? You have Amen Thompson, you have Brooks, you have Jabari Smith, you have Tari Eason, you have yourself. You need to show in some way, shape, or form, hey, I'm a viable pick. Like, I'm a viable piece to this team's future, and I cannot be lost. So I get it, right? Like, yes. Could he have shown more passing and playmaking? I still got a couple more clips, sure. But I think it'd be foolish. Honestly, I genuinely believe it'd be foolish if we just looked at it without the context of if he wasn't putting up 12 points a game. Because even at that point, towards the end of the year, it was only once he started showing he could score like that for people to go, man, why did he even fall in the first place? Man, this is a good pick. To me, I think Cam Whitmore could be something really, really nice. I mean, he just turned 20, I think, or he is 20 now. Yeah, he just turned 20. Like, super, super young. He seems more than capable to fit with everyone, too. I really think, like, this kid could be something good, guys. Something really nice for this Rockets team. And again, now they just drafted Reed Sheppard, right? So even if neither Reed Sheppard or, Cam Whitmore are starters, which I probably don't think they will be, that bench unit can be so deadly. And the mixing and matching that Udoka can do. Again, that's what I think the big deal is about him, is that he can take it to a new level. Again, right? Gets past the man again. Just get to the end of here. Okay. And I love what he does as a transition player. Like, that pass, that's a great pass. Again, I like his play in transition, which, considering that they're one of the better defensive teams in the league, that's going to be how they operate, right? You're about creating possessions. Their offense was solid last year still, but it was nothing out of this world. And that's a great pass, right? Like, even here, right, he attacks, but he does it in a way to bring over the double as well. But at that point, right, it's too late. He gets the 3 off, right? That's just smart basketball, quite frankly. Like, that is just really smart basketball. And again, I think Ime can help elevate him as a passer, as a playmaker. And then I'm like, let's just get into him being a bucket, bro. This dude's a walking bucket. It's disgusting. I love his pull-up game. Right? Boom. Easy. Catch and shoot, pull up. He don't got to do a whole bunch of dribbles to set himself up. But I also love, he can do something like this, right? He'll start breaking you down, right? He's got Pritchard on it. And mind you, they're only up 7, right? So this isn't complete garbage time. Gets the ball out to Van Vliet. Right? Now you got Şengün. And this is a great, I won't say ghost screen, but slip screen by Whitmore to roll right to the paint. This was Drew Holiday on him. So this is a tough, matchup to pull that off on. And to even do that, right? Like, the off-ball movement of Cam Whitmore, I think, is really nice. And again, his desire to actually get contact and drive to the rim, get the and one, right? Knowing his opportunity in his spot. Now, you get to points like here, right? And this is the reason that at the beginning of the video, I mentioned G.G. Jackson. Because here's my thing. Again, you'll hear about how G.G. Jackson could be a huge piece that changes, the Grizzlies next season. I'm even might make a video on him because I think he can be something nice. But at times, I feel like when we as fans of basketball will then look at a player's stats and it's like, oh, well, most of his scoring games is when they're getting blown out. They'll pick and choose when that matters for a player. So, for example, a lot of what GG showed, he did when the Grizzlies, quite frankly, were awful, right? Injury-ridden, trash, terrible. Just like how, in certain games, when Cam Whitmore would go off, the Rockets were playing terrible. But I think the point here is you can still learn about a guy and his tendencies and what he can bring when they're not in a terrible situation. Now, again, the point is, I don't think either of those players are about to be some elite all-NBA caliber talent, in my opinion. Just in my opinion. And I think that's the other thing. I have no issue being wrong here. If they develop to be that, that's awesome. More stars in the league. That's all we want to see. But right now, off of what we've seen, I feel like it'd be disingenuous of me to tell you, guys, these are future superstars in the league. And we're just, waiting. Right? Even here. Corner pumps. Gets the man. Beautiful step back. Right? Like, that's a tough shot. But that's the kind of player that you need on your team, right? He can create for himself a nice little bucket, right? Again, I just love how effortless it feels. Pause. Like, it doesn't ever feel like he's forcing it in terms of, like, completely dribbling the air out of the ball. Now, again, this is from what I've seen. Haven't seen every Rockets game or all 47 Cam Whitmore games. But I really do think that this kid has shown, like, the scoring is legit. I will say that now. I do not think that this 12 points that he dropped is all because of garbage time and he's just not going to. I think it'll translate. At his best, right, we sort of always mention this. Like, what would these players at their best to me look like? Now, the one issue is with the Rockets, that's the question of, like, okay, well, is Jalen Green still there? Is Şengün still there? And whichever one of them isn't still there, I'm presuming that means the other guy is their primary ball, facilitator. Okay. Then it's the question of, does Amen Thompson offensively continue to develop? I think at his best, if everything works out, and let's say, like, he rises amongst whoever. Like, I don't think he'll be the number one guy, but let's just say he becomes an awesome third or second option, like a J-Dub kind of player, or I'm trying to think of another, like OG Anunoby. Like, what I'm saying is, like, you get that second, third option caliber guy. I think he would be like a 20 point per game scorer. I honestly would give him a decent amount of rebounds. He actually rebounded pretty well when I was looking at his later game logs. So probably like 7 or 6 boards, which at the 3 is not bad at all. I'd probably say like 2 to 3 assists. I don't think he's don't think he's a crazy playmaker. I think the ball hog narrative it's fair, right? Because it's off of what we've seen. But again, I think when you're actually like looking at it and taking it in the context of if you were him, we would all probably do the same thing. I would do the same thing. I'm trying to make sure I'm not another young forgotten piece that can just slip through it, and it's the story of what could have Cam Whitmore been. So I think at his best he could be like a 27-2 guy, which is good. Like, that's really good. Is it something that we're all going to sit here and go, this is a generational talent, the greatest player of all? No. But that's going to be a player similar to guys like a Lauri Markkanen and whatever, where we're going to go, damn, I want him on my team. And then I want to talk about him as a defender, because I actually think this is something that's a little underrated in his game. I like his activeness in the passing lanes, and I think the DNA of the team is still definitely imprinted from Udoka here. Like, I love the way that, Whitmore positions himself here from the corner man, because basically if it goes lively, okay, Landell's got to worry about that. But he positioned himself in a way of where Tim Hardaway cannot get this basketball without it going to him. Does a great job, going up, catching it like a receiver. I like his activeness in the passing lanes, right? Even here, gets the ball back, right? And then even here, right, Whitmore's ready. When Jones gets the ball back, he immediately slides up and slips over because he knows there's a good chance, right, understandably so, you're in the midst of running all over. The ball's got to go somewhere. Picks it off like a cornerback, right? I think that these are great moments to show you that he does present more than just I'm a bucket. Like, I do think there's more to his game, and I think there is more to be unlocked. Even here, right? That's good defense, right? Like, even though he's low-key fouled here, right? Stands his ground. Beautiful job poking the ball out, right? And helps create transition opportunities, which when you're on a team like the Houston Rockets, that's what you're going to want. Again, this series I think is really fun because it lets me sort of talk about how I view the game and players in the game and what they can be and what they couldn't be or what they should be. Let me know what you guys think down below. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. This was Mr. Knows Hoops. I appreciate the love and support from all of you, man. It really means like the world to me. So again, let's hit 1K. I know we can do it. If you guys know anyone that I can interview, let me know. But this was Mr. Knows Hoops, guys. You have a beautiful rest of your day. Peace out.